So Ethereum is setting up for a huge move in a few weeks, which are going to categorize the future for Ethereum, and it's the most important weeks in the history of Ethereum, and arguably one of the most important few weeks in the history of Bitcoin. We've got the ETH 2.0 merge. We've been waiting for this for a super long time, and Ethereum is flashing a signal in the charts which suggests a nice big trade setup. I'm going to share that with you. I'm also going to look at the wider markets because we've got a bunch of pain. Bitcoin down 1%. US equities closed today for Labor Day, but Ethereum is outperforming and the markets are looking towards Ethereum, and this could be the trend for the next couple of weeks. But there are some huge warnings as well, which we're going to break through in the charts. We've also got Phantom down 4%. We'll take a quick look at Phantom. Don't forget to smash up the like button, guys. Hit up the comments below. Make sure you've subscribed and check out the links in the description to BYBIT or BITGET. If you want to take this trade or any other trade, you can check the links in the description for some amazing bonuses which you can use for free to take these trades and practice. If you've not, then you can also use some lunch money to practice your trading if you're inexperienced. Now, as you can see, guys, Ethereum is producing this. In fact, let's start from here. We were creating this nice upward trend on Ethereum, right? Huge outperformance here from Ethereum, breaking clear of its channel. Remember, Bitcoin is now back in its channel. These were in the channel at the same time at the start of June. Ethereum broke that channel, rose nice and high, all the way up here to over $2,000 per ETH coin. And then we entered this downward trend, okay? We entered this downward trend in this late August period. Obviously, Jerome Powell didn't help us over there as well. And now we've picked up some support. You picked up some support from this pivot point here at around the 1450 support here, and you can see now we're going into trend. So what I'm looking for here as this trade signal is a nice clear break here. This is the daily chart I'm showing you. If we head into the 4-hourly chart, and remember where that yellow line is, we want to look for a nice breakout. We've got a decent 4-hourly volume candle there, and we want to get the clear takeout, and arguably a break above this pivot point at 1640 could be a nice safe signal for a trade which could take you all the way to the top here, which would be my price target at 2031 on Ethereum. Not a bad risk to reward trade there. I mean, if you're entering from this point here all the way to the top there, you're looking at a 23% move there on spot, which is pretty insane. And I wouldn't say this is past Ethereum. There's going to be a lot of hype. There's going to be a lot of hopium leading up to this merge. We are just 8 days or so away from this merge. Do not be surprised to see Ethereum continue to outperform. But, big warnings. Any of you who have traded an event and have got stung, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. There is this phenomenon called buy the rumor, sell the news. If you know, you know. What this is when traders, and I used to be a trader in traditional finance, we did this all the time. You would buy the rumor, you would buy leading up into the event, and you sell at the pinnacle of the event. When there's peak euphoria going into this, as the ticker ticks down 9 days or so here, 8 days, well, I think it's 8 days, right? 8 days or so here before the merge. When that ticker ticks gets close, and when the price is at peak euphoria, that is when many traders will be dumping, because you don't know what's going to happen when this merge goes ahead. Yes, the merge can go ahead and this can rocket even further. Yes, the merge can go ahead and there could be a big bug, a catastrophic bug taking you to the downside, and there's infinite different variations going on in between, right? So that is why a lot of traders use the build up to an event to take peak hype. I'll give you another example. For example, ADA, when it was listed on Coinbase, people were trading the run up into it, and when you get to the actual event, it was an anticlimax, because all it is traders taking profits and leaving the position. So let's be ahead of the curve. Let's get ahead of the curve. Let's understand that in 9 days time, the average person who hears, oh look, you see Ethereum merger, are going to jump onto some trades, and at that point we'll be looking to trim our position. So this is what I'm looking for a clean break of trend. Don't be surprised to see if we get a retest, right? If you get a break, you can start your position with a nibble, and then when you wait on that retest, that's a good textbook entry to then get you some more. And then when you reach the previous peak, so when you've gone past this previous peak again, that's when you can load up your full position and try ride this to the upside. Remember, if you're not experienced, please stay out of this one, or practice with some lunch money, which you couldn't care less about. Check out the links in the description, in the description to BYBIT or BitGet. They're the two platforms I use to trade. And also check out CoinPanel. I'll leave the link for CoinPanel, which is where I put all my different trade setups and chart patterns for you guys to see. Now, the beautiful thing with CoinPanel is you can put all your different exchanges connected into one place, guys. That's the reason I started using it. I can connect all my exchanges to one place, and I can see all my stats in one place. So I don't have to use a spreadsheet anymore. I can see my portfolio in one place. I'll show you this in a future video. And also, I can also see, you know, how much of a Bitcoin I have in totality. It adds it up for your entire portfolio, right? And it executes a trade for you on all those exchanges. So definitely check out that in the description. So that's what I'm looking out for here on Ethereum. Now, let's bring out our trusted EMA ribbon. You guys know I love an EMA ribbon. And look at this on the 4-hourly. We've managed to flip our EMA ribbon. Okay, so you can see we're back above our EMA ribbon. The ribbon is not actually flipped yet. So if I show you the ribbon, the lighter lines haven't quite crossed over the darker ones yet. You're going to be a little bit more patient here. Can you see that? Just we're about to start crossing over here. If I zoom in there, there you go. Nice, good zoom in there. You're just starting to get that cross. Can you see where those light yellow ones are starting to cross over the darker red ones? When you get that full flippening, that is a really nice signal there to back up. So if you get that, and you've got your confirmation trade on the breakout here on the daily chart, then you've got a really nice setup here on the EMA ribbon. If I look at the same thing on the daily, we're a little bit further away. You can see the EMA ribbon here is getting close, it's getting congested. And what we have to be wary of, what we don't want to see, is we don't want to get rejected by a daily EMA ribbon, right? That could be the ultimate fake out. That's what I want to be careful of. You can see here, even intraday, nice strong day, but it's weakening intraday. Can you see the candle there? It's weakening intraday. So what's happening is we are seeing a little bit of resistance here. That would be my main worry point entering this trade, is waiting for this EMA ribbon to flip, maybe closing today green and getting a nice big green candlestick tomorrow could be a nice patient entry. If you're someone like me who likes to FOMO, sometimes I enter on the 4-hourly chart and get a little excited, but save that if you're experienced. If you're inexperienced and you want to do it the textbook way way is to wait for that green candle to break through with high volume, which we don't have amazing volume here on the daily candle, and then wait for a confirmation candle on the next one, okay? Now, let's also, to give you an idea of the outperformance of Ethereum, also look at the Ethereum Bitcoin chart, because that's going to tell you how it's performing to Bitcoin. And this is where you see here on the daily chart how crazy of a run Ethereum has been on. It's gone on a massive run, it's retested its EMA ribbon, and it's bouncing again. And it's going to try go break a new all-time high above, not all-time high, but a high here above that peak at 0.08, which is huge for Ethereum. So to put this into context, from just here on the 15th of June, which is not a long time ago, up to where we're at now, Ethereum has outperformed Bitcoin by 63%. Again, no coincidence, given the fact that we're waiting for this merge. Everyone's excited about this merge, and it's the only bit of excitement people have in the markets right now. Please, I want to remind you guys, we have to be cognizant of this messing up. It could fail, and we could see some pain to the downside. Right. So that's that trade there on Ethereum. Let's also take a look at Phantom, because we've got an interesting situation going on here in Phantom. I'm going to head on over to the 4-hourly chart, and you can see we're getting rejected by the top of our wedge, right? You saw the wedge that we were monitoring. And you can see that starting to act like resistance at the top and sending us back down. You can see we're getting some clear support around this 26 cent mark. Go watch my video from earlier. I broke down Phantom in detail yesterday. But as you can see, that 26 line is acting as important support. And I wouldn't be surprised if we need to come down to 24 cents for some broader support. You can see the EMA ribbon acting as strong resistance here. If I show you this in another setup, you can see here, we're hovering here on our long-term wedge to the downside. Let's also take this on the daily EMA ribbon. What you can see is we're nowhere near our daily EMA ribbon. Can you see how this wedge is just clearly separated from the EMA ribbon? The bears are in really strong control here, and I wouldn't be surprised to see if Bitcoin continues to struggle below 20,000 and tries to go test the lower 1900s around 19,200. Then I would expect Phantom to need to get some support at 24 cents. Now, for me personally, 24 cents is a nice area for me to get some nibbling. That is an interesting support point from here. And then the next level after is at the bottom of the wedge. And the bottom of the wedge brings you to around that 20 cent mark, which is another great position for me to be adding a little bit more on Phantom. Me personally, given the amount of exposure I've got to Phantom, I don't want to get too excited to add too much. Ethereum is an exciting trade. I did do some dollar cost averaging today on Cardano and Binance Coin, interesting. That's always one I forgot. So I kept it on my post-it note to buy myself some extra Binance coins. So I go ahead and did some DCAing into BNB and also some ADA. And again, that's just the market we're in. We're at peak fear right now. And it's important that we respect that. Let me just remind you guys, I was sharing this with our course members. If you guys want to become a course member, which is 3 times weekly live streams with just our members only, is $30 a month. You can sign up using the link in the description, ijaz.uk/member. And we went through this. I said, look, guys, look how quickly we ran from Fear and Greed Index 6 up to 41. And 41, that happened just because Jerome Powell gave one dovish comment in his meeting, okay, in July. And the markets just went up to 25,000 on Bitcoin. But look at the Fear and Greed Index. It went all the way up to 41. The FOMO comes in quick and it will come in hard. When we see CPI start to reverse, if we get another reading on the 13th of September, we'll break this down in future videos. But if we get that figure starting to improve again on the 13th of September, followed by the next FOMC meeting, then things can get excited. Markets can start getting excited to say, okay, maybe Jerome Powell is going to look to reverse at Q4 2022, which is just a few months away, and then we can finally get that reversal back into risk on. Equity markets can start to move, and finally Bitcoin can get on its way. Exciting times. We're not far off. We've been through a lot of pain, but we've got to stay disciplined and stay focused on our portfolio, because we're going to miss this opportunity. Trust me, when the FOMO comes back in and the tourists come back in the market, you're going to miss these prices and particularly this opportunity to build that generational wealth. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to smash up the like button and subscribe. If you haven't watched my Polygon-matic video, then check out the video here, and I'll see you in the next one.